My telescope, Galileo cried as he ran to fetch the long brown telescope from the table and carry it carefully back to the van. I can't leave my telescope behind, he said as Layla fixed his seatbelt. It's very valuable. A Dutchman invented the telescope, but I improved it with this one so that I could study the stars. I bet you have never seen one before. Galileo looked so proud that Layla didn't have the heart to tell him that she had a telescope at home. 15:10, here we come, she said instead, and she twisted the dial on the clock. This time, the van landed in a cobbled backyard in daylight, where an old man in a long red cloak with a black fur collar stared at them in astonishment. Galileo threw open the van door. Copernicus! He gasped as the tip of his nightcap flapped in the cold wind. I would know your face anywhere, sir. I have your portrait in my study. This is a very great honor. Copernicus shook Galileo's hand, looking more puzzled than pleased, and then he stared at Layla and Jess. Am I dreaming? He asked. We're very glad to meet you, Copernicus, said Layla. Will you come with us in our van? We're meeting lots of people you're going to like, and you might learn something. I would be delighted to show you my telescope, said Galileo, still shaking Copernicus's long, bony hand. I am a very great admirer of yours, you see, and I'm trying to tell the world about heliocentrism. And is the world listening? Asked Copernicus, raising an eyebrow. Not yet, Galileo admitted, looking slightly disappointed. But I'm hopeful, he added. I think they like each other, said Layla to Jess as Copernicus admired Galileo's telescope. So which astronomer shall we fetch next? What about Pythagoras, said Jess, racking her brain. He's the one who thought Earth was surrounded by crystal spheres. If anyone needs an astronomy lesson, it's him. Copernicus and Galileo suddenly stopped discussing heliocentrism. Pythagoras' model was wrong, Copernicus said, glaring sternly at Jess. It was utter balderdash, Galileo agreed, frowning at Layla. We don't like him, said Copernicus. We don't want him, said Galileo, and he's not coming on our journey. You sound like squabbling schoolboys, said Jess. We're going to see him whether you like it or not, because we need him for our homework. We need Aristotle, too, and Thales and Anaximander. And Aristarchus, Layla added. Ooh, and I'd like to meet Aristarchus, Copernicus said. He almost had it right. I'd like to meet Aristarchus, too, agreed Galileo. Copernicus and Galileo seemed to agree about everything. It was getting a little boring, but Jess and Layla had a feeling that fetching the other astronomers would change all of that. Copernicus, Layla said in a serious voice, are you wearing your seatbelt? If you mean that flexible manacle, then yes, Galileo helped me with it, said Copernicus. Then let's go, said Layla.